Wow. Check out that incredible music that we all just listened to simultaneously.
Wow, I love amazing? That was really good.
Welcome, everyone, to Season 2. Holy shit. We made it. Whoever thought we'd make it? Me, kind of, but also not really. But here we are.
I definitely didn't.
Beth definitely didn't. Which reminds me, I think it's time that we, sort of talk about the Season 2 cast. I am joined by my lovely co-stars, Beth and Mark from
Hello.
Season 1.
Howdy, sluts.
Hello, I'm here.
And from definitely not as much of Season 1, but still in Season 1, I would like to welcome our third official regular co-star for Season 2, Will. Welcome to the program.
Hello, thank you for having me.
You're so fucking welcome. I don't know why you sound like I'm holding you hostage. But that's fine. So we're in for a fucking treat today. I've been planning this since literally last July. And I'm really excited to go on this journey with you guys. We're gonna talk about the setting a little bit in a few minutes, but I want to hear about your characters, and so we can just get kind of a quick idea of who you guys will be playing today. And I know Beth is fucking exhausted today.
Hey.
So we're not gonna start with Beth. Mark or Will, whoever wants to go first, take us away.
It'll be me. Will's pointing at me. Will is not going first. Hello, it's me. I'm Mark. Hey, thanks. Fuck you, Beth. Don't cough during my introduction. I'll be playing a woman named Phoenix, Phoebe Ballo. She just goes by Phoebe because she thinks Phoenix is a stupid name.
Sorry to any listeners named Phoenix.
Listen, I don't think it's a stupid name. That's just Phoebe's opinion.
Okay.
I'm not affiliated with her opinion.
Tell us a little bit about Phoebe.
So Phoebe's she's a young lady. She's a young lady of 19.
Mm-hmm.
She's from Miami, Florida, and she's a journalist. She likes to go after weird things, like the Sasquatch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not the Sasquatch, the Sasquatch.
The Sasquatch.
Totally different creature.
Yes, very
Oh my
different.
God. Is he
Yeah.
just really short? Like he's the short version of the Sasquatch?
So
Like
there's a theory that it's just a very short man
Like
that's
it's his-
very hairy.
Like it's his younger brother.
I thought you said yogurt brother, and I was like, yeah, that's him, his yogurt brother.
His brother made of yogurt.
Ew.
And so that search for the unknown is what brings
Squogert.
Beth, remember that fun thing you did at the beginning of Season 1 where you just whisper things into the mic and they'd
I
be
didn't-
indiscernible?
Bring it
I
back.
didn't whisper that at all. I said that kind of loud.
Okay.
Squoger.
So that
Squoger.
that search of the weird is what brings Phoebe into Sinsabaugh,
Yes.
where she is currently studying, or not studying, but looking for
Squogert.
strange phenomenon.
Squoger.
And Squogert,
The
a
Squoger
character I will now have to write haphazardly into the show.
The Squoger of Sinsabaugh, Connecticut.
The Squogert's the local cryptid.
Well, it is now, I guess. Fuck.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, Max.
No, it's
Not
all
sorry.
good. It's all good. I'm actually canceling Wishmaker and Arc 1, the search for Squoger. Prepare for the most improv adventure of your young lives.
I'm so fucking ready.
Will, tell us about your boy, who I am just excited and horrified by the prospect of.
So his name's Cornelius Miller, and he moved to Sinsabaugh to be a corn farmer.
Mm-hmm.
You would think that he would be farming corn, but that's actually kind of the opposite of what he's doing. He has an amusement park, which is kind of very far from a farm, but he's using it to earn enough money to have a farm.
Mm-hmm. And so the theme park is called
Cornutopia?
Cornutopia, yeah. And it is corn themed.
Yes.
Now, I don't want to step on your vision, so please correct me if I'm wrong, but like in my head, when I think of Cornutopia, I don't think of like a Six Flags type of place.
No.
I think of like your grandma's shitty amusement park that she
Yes.
brings the grandkids to.
Yes.
There's a lot of like, just like a shit ton of like those painted wooden frames that you can like put your head into.
Yeah.
Maybe a few rides. What is Cornelius like as a person?
Kind of just a disaster mess.
Disaster man.
like when you're young and you've just come into adulthood and you have no idea what you're doing. He's almost 30 and he is still in that phase.
Wow, he is relatable.
Yeah.
That's really good, and I'm very excited to meet him. And of course, Beth, you have rolled up kind of a different character than last time.
Yeah, ow.
Beth, stop punching things.
Yeah,
Beth destroys the set that we worked so hard on.
I'm just trying to get out of recording today, to be honest. Okay, so I'm playing another gal. Her name is Atticus Rivers. She absolutely does not go by any nickname. She does not like being called anything except Atticus. She's kind of a stickler, or more, at least more on the serious side than anything else. She's an archivist, and she's 21 years old. Just moved to Sinsabaugh from Boston.
Where she just graduated college, too.
She did. She just graduated with a double major in history and computer science.
Yeah, which plays very well into her job.
Yeah, she's actually now the local... Fuck, I forgot.
The local fuck.
She's now the local fuck.
Oh, no! That's a different show.
I was about to say, very different show. Let's not go down that path right now.
Heck, that's the... I have two notes in my note file. One's about Atticus, and one is everywhere I want to go for my in my life. Okay.
Don't get those confused.
No. So she just moved to town to become the records and historic data manager because Sinsabaugh, Connecticut has this really fun thing where they've kept very meticulous records over the last 250 years. However, despite it being modern times, they have not implemented any sort of filing or data management system, and there's absolutely none of these documents available or recorded online.
Yeah.
It is just the physical copy, and her job is to sort of fix that. So.
Yeah. Which is really cool. So she's currently in the town hall working alongside the mayor and other government officials to sort of officially archive all the shenanigans that have been going on in town since its founding.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a very interesting job.
Yeah, I think maybe occasionally you stumble across something that's not
that
horribly
wasn't.
boring.
I know that sounded like really heavy sarcasm. That actually wasn't.
Yeah, I thought you were being very sarcastic.
No, sorry, I'm very, very tired, which actually plays well into the character voice I'm gonna attempt to do.
Yeah,
but sorry.
So this is all very good. I want to take a few minutes and just sort of talk about the scene and also some of the new things that we're going to be doing in season 2. So if you've come from season 1, then you will be familiar with the setting. Sinsabaugh, Connecticut, in the year 2019.
Ew.
About like 90 something years ago, a bunch of weird shit went down, and the town's never really been the same since. The influx of people just died. No one really leaves, and no one really comes into town. Population is relatively stagnant, except for the birth of local citizens, who for the most part don't leave either.
You're born here, you die here.
There's only one person who is alive from that time period, and it's Louisa.
Louisa, the 100-and-something-year-old woman who loves to talk about the good old days. So the only period in which this fluctuated was actually when a gun manufacturer set up shop in Sinsabaugh, Dunst Gun Sport Company, run by the McGrath family.
Grunst.
I know that name.
And
I don't.
Oh.
Okay.
For a time, Dunst was, sort of bringing in a bunch of people from all over. It was supposed to be the next big thing that was going to, like, really put Sinsabaugh on the map. But after a few years, that also sort of died down. And so Sinsabaugh remains kind of an anomaly. One of the big sources of income for the town is a budding tourism industry, as wannabe ghost seekers and fans of the unusual. We all have iced coffees. I'm so sorry if that gets picked up.
We're all living the good life.
So there's all these ghost tours and paranormal stuff, and all these different like wannabe like people who are like, I know the spooky history of Sinsabaugh. Come with me. Check out all the haunted locations.
They take them to like the local mac and cheese factory.
If anybody,
mac and cheese porium.
if anybody does that to Phoebe, she's gonna punch them in the face.
You're not Ernest.
Good Lord.
Stop forgetting that.
Every time
Phoebe's aggressive.
we start a new thing, Mark is like, I'm going to play a serious character this time. And you know what? It hasn't happened
Listen,
yet.
if somebody takes me to a fucking mac and cheese factory and is like, this place is haunted, I'm gonna be like, no, it's not. You're a dirty liar.
Oh my god. So that's the setting that we're going to be exploring today. In terms of what we're going to be doing different from season 1, one of the big things that I want to focus on are character voices. I want to have at least a little bit of a distinction between when the player is talking and when the character is talking. So that's something that we're definitely going to push for here. And you've all told me that you have character voices. I've heard one of them. So
I've heard mine.
That's what I mean.
Great. You looked at me like I did something wrong. And I was like, fuck you. I practiced with you.
There are also some additional rules for Call of Cthulhu, a bunch of optional stuff that we're going to be implementing, like being able to use your luck points to actually increase the success of a roll, should you so choose. I want to have more people push rolls if they so choose to. We're going to use contacts so people can get in touch with specific people that might pertain to any investigation that's going on. And I'm sure a few other things that I've mentioned but have already forgotten about. So I like to believe that this is going to be a really good time. And I also said that we could start the story from either Atticus's or Phoebe's perspective. And that will be 100% up to you about who goes first.
I'll go first. I'm actually okay now. If
Okay.
that's okay with you, Mark. Are you sure? Wake up. Okay.
Wake up!
It's my turn to go now.
All right. I'm going to wait. Mark, drink your drink. Everyone take a drink of your icy fucking beverage. We're never doing this again.
Will's the only one that has a silent drink.
No, he's got a fucking frappuccino.
That's silent?
Not to get to the bottom and it's like...
Well, remember that time when I told you didn't have to drink that whole thing, you absolute lunatic?
There's been a change of plans.
Okay.
He's gonna go first.
Phoebe's going first.
Excellent. Phoebe, how does your morning begin?
So here's what I like to think Phoebe does in the morning. She wakes up, she grabs her camera just in case there's any weird goings-ons outside, because she is in Sinsabaugh right now.
Yep.
I imagine she's at a hotel.
Mm-hmm. Harvey's Haunted Hotel?
No, I think I decided against that.
Blarvey's Blonted Botel.
That's it. Blarvey's Blonted Botel.
Don't make me do that.
Blarvey's Blonted Botanica Botel.
They saw the success of Harvey's Haunted Hotel over the years, and Blarvey just thought, you know what?
John Blarvey.
No, really, John Blarvey saw this and thought, what an amazing opportunity. I could go anywhere and do this, but I'm gonna stop here in this shit town and become Blarvey's Blonted Botanical Botel. And he has medium success.
No, it should be Marvey's Maunted Botanical Motel, so we can fit with the motel.
No,
Because there's no such thing as a botel.
yeah, it's just boat hotels.
Phoebe's not staying in a boat. That's not happening.
What about a boat-themed hotel?
Yeah.
No, she's staying at a Motel 8.
A nautical.
Okay, well, it's Blarvey's Blunted Motel.
No, it's not.
No, it's already canonical.
Nope, she's
just
staying...
like Sasquatch.
Nope.
Take
Nope.
it from the record, fans. Blarvey's dead.
No, this is the...
Wait, was
This is the-
it Saltskirt or Sasquatch?
No, this is the haunted Squoger Motel.
Squoger, that's what it was.
All right.
Haunted Squoker
Wait,
Motel.
okay.
Yeah.
Now there's 3 of them. Sasquatch, Squogart, and Squander. Wait.
There's
What was
3
it?
cryptids here in Sinsabaugh.
And I'm going to remember 0 of them. Take me through the morning.
All right. She's at haunted Squoger Motel. It's Squogert themed. There's a Squogert statue in front of every room. The ashtrays that they have outside are all Squogert shaped. And
You,
they
like,
have
you dip him in like the Squoger's brain.
he's got his hand up like kind of like an okay sign, but flipped upwards so that you can put stuff in his hand.
Right across the street is the Saw Skirt Hotel.
And then on the other side, like behind that, is the Sang Squirt or whatever.
Oh, is it Sasquatch?
Season 2 was a mistake.
If this one's yogurt themed, like he's a yogurt Sasquatch, the other one's like a marinara sauce Sasquatch.
All right,
He's the
can I get through?
Saw Skirt?
Can I get through Phoebe's routine?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, no, it's good. I like this. We're building lore.
I hate this.
All right, the Haunted Squoger Motel is a lovely place. Actually, no, it's not a motel. It's a hotel. Haunted Squoger Hotel.
What the fuck?
Motels are shitty.
It just grew like 8 stories taller.
Yeah,
as you
exactly.
said that.
Exactly. It was like.
Oh god.
Phoebe's on the 3rd floor, so she's got a nice view. She's got a view
of the rival motels.
She's got a view of the rival motels and then the
Squogert
Squogert River that runs right in between everything.
No, that would have had to been canonical in season 1. It's not. You can't just form
it's
land
a man-made.
masses.
It's a man-made.
Oh my god.
It's a man-made river.
How about it's like it's actually like a sewage dump area?
Could it be a pond and it be like
But it's
a
just called a
pond in
river.
quotation marks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like a small body of water, inconsequential, but the owner like was kind of blind, like they couldn't see very well, and they were like, "This looks like a river."
The Squogert River.
And no one told him ever.
All right, so it's the Squogert River.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, Max.
No, it's all good.
The
It's all good. I
owner
love
of
this.
The river.
Phoebe has a cat, right?
Phoebe does have a cat.
Let's establish that right now. I can't wait for you to forget about it.
Okay, so Phoebe has a cat. Her name is Feta.
Feta? I
Feta.
love that.
Phoebe and Feta. She's a black cat. She's very tiny. She's very cute, fluffy black cat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, the cat's out of the way now. The cat's gone forever.
We established it once. We'll never mention it again.
So yeah, like I said, she's staying on the 3rd floor. I would like to think that, like I said to you, Max, in the car, she's been celebrating because she thinks that this Sinsabaugh case is going to be her big break.
Yeah, what website does she work for, by the way? Because I asked you to come up with a name for it.
She has her own personal blog.
Oh, shit.
She has her own personal little blog. So yeah, she splurged on herself. She bought herself a really nice like French press coffee thing.
Oh shit.
So she's making herself some coffee right now in her French press.
Mm-hmm.
She's having a good time. She's talking to her cat Feta about her day today. You know, she's like, I'm gonna go do this today. You're gonna be good here. You stay here. I'm making you food. She's not making. Yeah, exactly. That's what Feta says. Feta's losing her voice, so she's like. Meh, 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 meh.
It's a video of the cat with the deepest voice.
Yes.
Meow.
That's her cat.
Meow. Meow.
Meow.
That's Feta. That's my character voice for Feta.
Meow.
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 And so yeah, so after this, Phoebe is gonna go out on the balcony because, like I said, the Squogert Hotel is really nice. It's like an upscale hotel.
Yep.
Almost like a Dingle Tower, but everything is not.
Everything's
is not Dingle
Squogert
shaped. Yeah, everything
Oh, yeah.
is Squogert shaped. Maybe this is Dingle Motel re-renovated.
No, because Harvey's Haunted Hotel became the Dingle, or the Dingle Hotel became Harvey's Haunted Hotel.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. All right.
Everything was still pretty phallic in Harvey's Haunted Hotel.
Because he didn't bother to renovate. He was just like Dingle Towers, nothing scarier than
Dingle
penis.
Downer. Dingle Tower 2.0.
Maybe that was the motto that we never talked about. In
Nothing
season
scarier than penis.
I like it. Okay.
Oh,
All right,
good
so
Lord.
she's out on her balcony. She's getting like everything ready for the day. She's writing down a few things.
Mhm.
And she doesn't really do too much. She's just drinking her coffee, you know, getting ready for the day.
just having a good time.
Yeah, she showers too because she's a clean lady.
Okay, good. I'm glad we made that clarification.
Yes,
Wouldn't
yes,
want
yes.
people thinking you were playing a filthy character.
Exactly, because I'm not a filthy person.
Do you? So we also talked about in the car about there being like a place, where she goes to write, like some sort of like diner or like donut shop.
Oh yeah, I guess that defeats the purpose. Oh yeah, no, she goes to the donut shop and she grabs some pastries and stuff for the next like 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Beth,
So
what are you fucking saying to me?
Donuts are fucking
I didn't
gross.
say donuts. I said pastries.
You said you go to the local donut shop.
Yeah, but they have pastries too.
So what I imagine is like that this pastry shop. Phoebe's been in town a few weeks.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You've become like relatively acquainted with the donut shop. It's Jay's Donuts.
Jay's donut, right?
It's run by an older woman in her like
Jays.
in her J's. Her J's.
No, her name is
J
her name is Jaze. Jaze.
No.
Oh.
No.
Jay-Z? Wait, is it Jay-Z?
No, it's not. It's Jay-Z with a wig on.
No, her name is Emily J.
A's.
Emily J. A's. A-Y-Z-S.
J.A.'s.
And but she definitely goes by J. And you know, so you come in the morning and
A little ding 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 because the bell on the door.
Ding 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 ding
yeah,
ding ding.
Jay is wiping down the counter and says, "Phoebe." No, hang on, I got to do an older voice.
Baby.
Phoebe. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
You know, this old girl's doing pretty well. What's on here? I got your usual. They're baking right now. Take a seat.
Okay. Thanks. I was gonna order a cheese Danish today.
Oh, I'll add it right in. So, what's the big story hunter doing today?
Well, hold on. I'm sorry. Well, today I'm actually going after the Squoger.
Oh, the whole Squoger, huh?
Yeah. I got some leads yesterday on him. Your son, Jace Jr. told me. JJ for short.
That little piece of shit. Listen, Phoebe,
Jesus.
Phoebe, I like you a lot. I think Jay's Jr. was sort of pulling your leg though. I don't know if the Squoger's a real thing.
No. I know he's real.
She gives you kind of a smile and says, "Yeah, all right. Let me go put that cheese Danish in. I'll be right out for you."
Fuck yeah.
Just for clarification, this is the Sasquatch made entirely out of yogurt.
Yeah, well, no. Okay, so here's what I was picturing. It's
Just kind of a thick, soupy.
that's disgusting.
Sasquatch.
It reminds me of the Thrice Cream Man from Chowder. If you've ever seen that. Okay, no, the Squoger. I never clarified on what the Squoger was.
Yeah, why don't you make that? Let's just set that in stone. Whatever you say right now is canon.
So this is actually the Squoger was a terrible experiment gone wrong.
Combining men and yogurt.
Exactly.
Forever.
So what happened was instead of him in the
60s.
yogurt, Beth, shut the fuck up.
Happened in the 60s.
No, it happened in the 50s, 57.
Fuck you.
It happened in 57.
Back in old 57.
February of 1957. They were trying to teleport a cup of yogurt and a man to opposite rooms, but what happened was awful. The man was wearing a toupee. So instead of him being teleported, the toupee was teleported and the yogurt was fused to his head, and he grew abnormally hairy because some of the toupee's DNA and his were infused together.
Yoplay denies this experiment ever happened.
Yeah.
You know, toupee's made from real hair, so he just combined someone else's hairy DNA into his own DNA.
Beth.
If anything,
Yes.
the experiment's a success. The hair transplant ramifications are enormous, but
So
no one
now-
ever pursued them.
Something else. I just want to clarify this before we get off topic. The toupee actually grew legs and became sentient, but it flew off to California.
Yeah, he's the Sasquatch.
Yeah, that's the
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch. That's the tiny little
Yeah.
man. That's the tiny little hairy man.
I hate all of you.
His name is officially like John A. Sasquatch, but he just goes by JS for short. Also known as Jack Shit in some circles.
All right, so yeah, the whole story is jack shit.
Yes.
So this is the mythical creature that Phoebe is currently hunting.
Yeah.
Half man, or I'm sorry, 1/3 man, 1/3 yogurt, 1/3 toupee.
And 100% love machine. Anyway.
Oh
Ew.
no.
Oh no.
Phoebe quits.
So
She goes back to Florida.
you open up your laptop. Can you read me like a paragraph or so of your story so far?
Yeah. So right now, she finished her case on the man. I was gonna do something different, but I didn't have the story fleshed out. But now, since we have the Sasquatch story fleshed out, she was doing research on the Sasquatch before the Squoger. I'm forgetting their names. And she actually got a few pictures of them. She has like a description. The pictures are really like, like the Loch Ness monster
Yeah,
pictures.
I know exactly what you're talking
It
about.
kind of looks like a toupee on a log. But she's thoroughly convinced that it's the Sasquatch. And one of the paragraphs, it reads his height. It's about 2'3". He's 2'3".
Yeah.
He weighs about 200 pounds. It's all.
Wait, where's the yogurt factor into this?
No. This is the Sasquatch.
Oh,
Yes, it's a
Sasquatch.
different beast.
My
It's
bad.
very log-like.
Yeah. Wait, I'm just imagining. He's like log-shaped with a toupee on and tiny, like little noodle legs that just like, so whenever he walks, it's like one side raises up and then slams down and the other side raises up. And when he runs, he just tucks his legs into his little body and just like
It rolls away.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I like that idea. So he's about 200 pounds. It's all hair. Or so they say.
Oh God, you know what?
They.
You know those cricket commercials with the like a big
Oh,
hairy
no.
butt.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Oh no.
That's the Sasquatch.
We're not currently promoted by Cricket, but if they want to hit us up for this free promotion of their cryptid horrible mascots,
Yeah,
let me
Cryptid
know.
Cricket. Cryptid Cricket.
Cricket.
Brought to you by Cryptid Cricket.
Call us.
Wink, wink. So yeah, her notes say all hair, very heavy, toddler-like,
Okay.
runs in a very weird fashion, and she has a sound clip of its roar. Do you want me to impersonate the
Of
roar
course
for you?
I do.
Wait, can I do that again? Can I do that again?
Yeah. Phoebe is very impressed with this data.
Yeah.
And as you sort of nod, proving at your own shenanigans, something catches your eye. And as you look up from your laptop, there is a young girl, probably about your age, Phoebe, standing over you, arms crossed behind her back. She's just kind of staring at you.
Hey, what's up?
Are you Phoenix?
Phoebe, yeah.
You're the journalist.
Yeah?
I have a message for you.
Okay, Felicity.
You couldn't have texted it to me?
She actually pulls out a knife.
Oh, Jesus
from
Christ.
behind her back, and she stabs it into your laptop. And she says, "Stop writing your articles."
Phoebe gets up and she pushes her chair back. And she's like, "What the fuck?"
Real? That's how she reacts.
If somebody just stabbed her laptop, that's a lot of work.
The girl slowly takes a few steps back and then starts leaving the diner.
Jace, I'll be right back. Hold those pastries for me.
You betcha.
And Phoebe books it after this girl.
All right. It's time for a chase.
Okay. How do we do chases?
Chases work very much like combat, where you both take actions one after the other.
Okay.
But your actions more revolve around the scene.
Okay.
So like you could use your action to like try and stop this chase or do something, but it's more about keeping up.
I'm also gonna yell out to Jace, just, can you watch my laptop for me, even though it's hella broken?
Yeah, you betcha.
Thank you.
And what is your dexterity?
My dexterity is 90.
Jesus fucking Christ, here we go. Dandy 2.0, now played by Mark. I actually think I'm going to have you guys roll initiative this time around for combat, so that not one of you takes the lead every time.
I mean, that's a good idea. I like that.
So anyway, we won't do it this time because there's no way in hell you're slower than this girl. But as she sees you exit, she starts running.
Is she a fast girl?
Not as fast as you.
Hell yeah.
She takes off down the street. I imagine you're kind of in downtown.
Okay.
So you watch her dart eastward and then take a sharp right down an alleyway.
Okay. I guess I fucking follow her.
Yeah, roll. Why don't you roll? Run's not a skill, right? Just flat run.
No.
All right, just roll dexterity then.
That is a hard success.
Okay. So you dive around the corner and see her in an alley trying to hop her way over one of those like chain link fences, just like you'd see in like a movie.
Okay, right.
You know what I mean?
I'm imagining that she's gonna fail.
So I'm gonna have her roll climb. Well, she fumbled, which is a great way to start the show. New listeners, Call of Cthulhu is divided into various levels of success based on the skill. You have a regular success, a hard success, and an extreme success. These are based on percentile dices relative to your skill. A roll of 96 to 100 is what we call a fumble, which is where you just completely fuck up an action, and you're probably going to take some damage. On the same note, a 0-0-1 is a critical success, which will result in not only what you're trying to do, but usually a bonus effect. Anyway, this girl tries to grab at the chain link fence, and I think with a fumble, the whole fence actually comes undone, and she falls backwards holding it.
Phoebe laughs.
What do you do?
I'm gonna run up and put my foot on that fence.
All right, you do, as she kind of struggles. And you hear a voice behind you say, "Hey, is everything okay back here?"
Yeah, everything's good. This lady just tried to climb this fence and fell.
You turn around and see that you're talking to a police officer who says, "What? Are you serious?"
Yeah, she would... Listen, this bitch came into the coffee shop and stabbed my laptop with a knife. I'm pretty sure it's broken.
Do you want to press charges?
I want to see who... She said she had a message for me.
Okay, well, I guess we'll definitely take her into the station.
Cuff this bitch.
The police officer comes over, just kind of a portly older man, and he puts handcuffs on her. Says, "You're not from around here, are you?"
No, I'm not. I'm here researching a case. I'm a journalist.
Oh, well, you should be very familiar with asking questions then. Can you head down to the station in a few hours? We're just gonna have to ask you some questions about what happened.
Yeah, do you want me to bring the knife and the laptop?
That would be very good. Thank you very much, ma'am.
No problem. Thank you.
You know where the police station is?
Yes, I do.
Cool. See you in a bit. And as he takes the girl away in handcuffs, she turns back to you and eyes wide says, "Oh no. Oh no, this is a mistake. I'm so sorry. And she disappears around the corner.
What the fuck?
Atticus.
Hello.
I'm back from the dead.
Atticus, your morning starts the same way it has been in the last few days, and that's getting rudely woken up at 5:45 in the morning, about an hour before your alarm is scheduled to go off.
By whom?
As usual, it's your neighbor, who's talking loudly outside of the apartment in the hallway.
That's just fucking great.
So, what do you do?
All right. Well, Atticus also has a cat, but Max didn't like my name as much as he liked Mark's name.
What was your original cat's name?
My cat's name is Netherfield because
I love that.
He's gray and fluffy and angry and grumpy, and he just loves nothing. He loves nothing.
Does he love you?
He tolerates me.
Okay.
So he's sleeping on the end of my bed, and as soon as I get up and throw my feet against the hardwood floor, he just takes off. And now I'm mad because I fucking never get to sleep with my cat, and I'm awake. And she barges over to where she can hear her neighbor talking.
All right, so you open the door to your apartment and you peek out in your PJs, and you see your neighbor. He's a younger guy, maybe probably about your age too, maybe 21, 22. And it looks like he's reading from a piece of paper.
Excuse me, hello.
Your neighbor turns and says, "Oh, Miss Rivers, good morning."
Yeah, it's a great morning. What the fuck are you doing?
Well, it's a beautiful day. I just got
it's real beautiful out. What are you doing?
I just got a new job.
Congratulations. What are you doing?
Oh, well, I'm now one of the actors who is part of one of the local tours. We go around to various locations in Sinsabaugh.
Uh-huh.
Did you know that famous author Sabrina Beauvoir used to live in this building?
Yes.
Really?
No, I don't give a fuck.
Oh.
Why are you being so loud? At 5:45 in the morning, you do realize that other people can hear you, and that other people like to sleep, and other people have cats who never sleep in their beds, but mine was, and now I have to go back to bed after this pointless conversation, and my cat won't be there.
I'm very sorry. I just have a lot of words that I have to memorize before this afternoon.
That's awesome. Why aren't you doing it somewhere where you won't disturb anyone, like the basement, or your car, or your bathroom?
He sort of motions around and says, "Well, the reverb in here is incredible. Have you heard it?"
Yes, and I don't care. Listen, what's your name?
I was gonna say cheese.
Listen, cheese.
That's not my name.
No, what if he just said that in a panic?
Yeah, he's like, cheese.
Listen, cheese. I have to go to work and deal with the mayor. Have you ever met the mayor of Sinsabaugh, Connecticut?
I've never been so fortunate.
He is the most insufferable man I've ever had the displeasure of knowing. And if I have to deal with him without a full 8 hours of sleep, I promise you, cheese, that you and I will not be fast friends.
But it's Charlie, actually.
Charlie Cheese?
I like cheese. Just call him cheese.
Okay, listen, Charlies. If you would do me the absolute biggest of favors and maybe go bother the landlord or the office manager or any other part of this building where I just don't have to listen to you, I will be your best friend.
I'll go find the landlord right now. And he starts taking off down the stairs. Your hair looks nice.
I know. And I close the door.
A few hours later, your radio-based alarm goes off, and you hear, "Good morning, Sinsabaugh."
I turn it off. I sit up and I'm like, no.
You very slowly get ready for work. Your car pulls up at City Hall about 3 after 8. That's your normal arrival time.
Yeah.
Just a few minutes late.
The mayor does not dare chide me.
Oh, no, you don't deal with the mayor very much. You mostly deal with his secretary, who's kind of your secretary, but also, like, more as a formality than, like, she caters to your needs. Mm-hmm. But your office is pretty close to hers, and you pass her on the way in.
What's her name?
Rose.
Hey, Rose.
Good morning, Miss Rivers. How are you today?
Great. I'm just fucking peachy.
Oh, that is delightful. I've had 3 cups of coffee today, and oh boy, I am ready for excitement.
Wow, you know what? Do you have any meetings with the mayor today?
Nope.
Oh.
Why? What's up?
I just think that if you had maybe one more cup of coffee, the mayor would be so delighted to deal with you.
She grins and, like, opens a drawer where she just has, like, a Keurig.
Listen, if you could pop one of those bad boys downstairs whenever you have a free minute, I would very much appreciate it. But I absolutely think that the one thing you should do today is drink more coffee and then bother the mayor until he just... until he just can't take it anymore. I think that would really help your boss-subordinate relationship.
She finger guns you and says, "How do you take it?"
Black.
Sweet. I'll see you in a little bit.
Thanks, Rose. You're the best.
And you walk past her down the stairs to your little basement office, just surrounded by stacks and stacks of files that it is your job to categorize, type up, and upload to the cloud database.
All right. And she sits down.
You sit down and start typing. What's she working on today?
She is somewhere. She just picked up the very first box. She is somewhere in 1947 dealing with severe, a very large riot after the local potato company went out of business. And the potatoes in Sinsabaugh were a scarcity. However, because of 1913, when the yearly mashed potato festival was introduced to the community, this is a local disaster, and she's currently going through a witness accounts of people just deep in mourning.
Potato riots
of 1947.
That's delightful. And as you're typing away, Tom Bratterman's account of his wife and her, like, depressive episode after the cost of one Idaho potato was $5.75 at the local supermarket.
1947, that's really expensive.
It was a rough time in Sinsabaugh's history.
Oh my god.
You like just sort of get the distinct impression that someone's standing like next to you.
She like does that thing not where she like wheels around, but she kind of like looks over her shoulder a little, like a couple times, like what the fuck?
You see a man giving you a warm smile.
Hello. The reception's upstairs, buddy.
Oh, yes. I already had a wonderful conversation with Miss Rose, is it? No, I think that you're the person I'm actually here to see.
I don't have any appointments today. I am very busy. I think you're gonna have to reschedule. I'll be free in about... She turns back to her computer.
My name is Adam Weathersfield.
Cool. I'm Atticus.
Yes, Atticus Rivers, the archivist. I'm very familiar.
How are you familiar with me? I've only been here for like 3 weeks.
Newcomers are kind of a big deal in town, I think you'll come to find.
That's horrifying. I don't like that.
I'm very sorry to hear that. Just a moment of your time and I will be on my way, I assure you.
All right, fine. And she like dips behind a box and pulls out a really rusty, like bendable chair that she unfolds for him.
He looks delighted at your cooperation and takes a seat and says, "Fantastic, just wonderful. How are you this morning?"
I'm doing about as best as I can. Thank you so much for asking. How are you?
I feel like I slept for 3 days. I am feeling refreshed and refurbished.
That's wonderful. Now, if you don't mind my asking, and I apologize for the bluntness, what the fuck do you want?
Oh, sorry. My apologies. It's been a little bit since I've had this level of human contact. I'm just living right now. I am looking for some data from about 1926, and I was told you were the best person to ask about that.
Her face darkens, and she's like, "Who the fuck told you about me?"
Your receptionist.
Oh, the receptionist.
Yes.
No one else?
No. Just had a lovely conversation with your receptionist, and she pointed me to you.
And why do you want something from 1926? What do you intend to do with it?
It's just some information. I can even make a copy of it, and I'll be on my way. Just a few pages, I imagine. I'm looking for a police report. November 1926.
Yeah, all right. Hold on a second. She rummages around, and it takes her a good minute, but she does have a file that's just labeled police 1915 to 1928.
That is perfect. Nah, it's, how familiar are you with the history of this town?
She holds up the paper she's been working on right now, and she's like, well, I see that you guys really liked potatoes.
Still do.
And that lots of people, good people, lost their lives in the potato riots.
Yeah. Really dark time in our history.
That's about as far as I've gotten.
Excellent. Perfect. So let me fill you in on what I'm looking for. At the end of 1926, there was an old factory that burned down. It was being used by, I guess you could call them like a cult of sorts, the Late Dawn Order.
This town had a cult?
Yeah, we did. Really weird times. Anyway, I'm just looking for the police reports on all that shit that went down with them.
I don't know if these are technically public records. I don't know if I can just give these to you.
I think it would be an enormous help if you would do that for me.
That's great. This is still my job, and I think I might have to ask the mayor.
That won't be necessary, I assure you.
She puts her hand down firmly on the table, and she's like, listen, buddy, Mr. What was your name? Weathersfield?
Adam, is just fine.
Adam, that's great. If you're trying to sidestep me and fuck me over 3 weeks into this project, you've got another thing coming. If you want these files, I'll be happy to make you a copy, but I'm gonna need some confirmation that I'm not getting screwed on this end of the deal.
You're a tough woman, aren't you, Miss Rivers?
I can be.
I respect that immensely, actually. I wish you would give me those files. And Atticus, you find yourself printing them.
Oh no.
In the back of your head, you can tell what you're doing is wrong, but you just have the most strong desire to print these files for Adam.
Wow.
And you print them out, he looks him over and says, "This is perfect. Thank you so much. Let's forget we ever had this conversation. I probably won't be around to bother you anymore. You have a delightful day, and I will talk to you later." And he skips off, and he pokes his head back in and says, "Hey, by the way, you might want to stay off the streets for a little while. I heard there's some dangerous people out today." And he disappears again.
What? What? What the fuck just happened?
Hey everyone, it's Max here for your Season 2 regularly scheduled ad break. What is up? Thank you guys so much for listening to the first part of Wishmaker. Oh boy, we are so thrilled. There's a lot to cover today, so let's get started, shall we? First and foremost, thank you guys. If you are a new listener to the show, holy shit, welcome. I'm Max, I DM this. And if you are returning from Season 1, of course, thank you so much. It would mean the absolute world to us, to all of us, if you would spread this shit around. Spread Wishmaker out there. Tell a friend, post about it on social media, please. Wishmaker is something that I am personally very proud of. There has been so much love and effort put into this. We've been working on it diligently. It's an idea I've had since last July. So this is a long time in the works, and it really would mean the world to us if you would tell someone about it. Help us get Wishmaker out into the world. Help us make Season 2 even more wonderful than Season 1. Please. And if you do, there are some ways that, would be good. You can post about it on Twitter or Tumblr with the hashtag TinCast. And if you do that, we will get you into the show as a major or minor character. If you posted about us during Season 1 and you haven't heard of your name at this point, let us know, please, so that we can definitely get you in there. There was a large influx a few months ago, so there are some people out there who have already kind of gotten in, whether you've heard it or not. I believe this episode has Emily, who is EmmyLou94 on Discord, and I think Twitter too. Sorry if I got that mistaken. And that is the character Emmy JJ's, who runs the diner. So thanks, Emmy. Yeah. So there's others, but please do that. Please use that hashtag TinCast. Let's get your name in the show. And if you want to follow us, we're on Twitter at _TIN_cast and on Tumblr at TIN-cast. We also have a Discord. There's a wonderful fan community on Discord. They do lots of good stuff. It's just always wonderful to log on and check out what's going down there. You can find a link to Discord. It's our pinned tweet on Twitter, so you don't even need a Twitter, but if you find us on Twitter, you can join through there. Please, if you have a Discord, join up. It's a great time. We want to thank the artist who worked so very hard on our new album art. It came out phenomenal. I truly cannot thank you enough for the hard work you put into that. And if you would also like to check out more of their work, give them a follow. Super talented artist. They are on Tumblr as Charmstat. Charmstat or Tartmart. TARTMART. Sorry, my accent doesn't always pronounce T's and things. I say like Tartmart, but it's Tartmart. It's a regional dialect. But please go give them a follow, Charmstat or Tartmart. And if you want to, tell them how much you love their art, because I really do think it's phenomenal. There's some high-res stuff on Discord that just really shows off how brilliant it is, and it's great. Hey, we're a show that has financial needs. Thank you, capitalism. If you want to be a financial support to the show, please head over to patreon.com/tincast. We have so much good stuff on Patreon, and because it's a brand new adventure, brand new season, let's talk about it. First of all, every single week for free, we have a 1-minute episode preview of next week's episode that goes live. Then we jump into our basic $1 tier, and we double that offer. You get an additional 1-minute clip of next week's episode. Just right there. Ba-bam. Next up is our $5 or more hard success tier, and that gets you an additional 90 minutes of additional content every single month. There's a behind the scenes and a bonus episode every month. Beth has been DMing this absolutely ridiculous campaign that we just started for D&D. It's called Those Guys and the Dragons. I just learned that myself, that's what we called it. So that's really cool. It's just it's an absurd and really funny adventure. So that's what you get for $5 or more. Then we have a brand new $7 tier. It's called Extreme Success. And if you're a part of Extreme Success, we thank you during Patreon content. There's only 10 slots available, but if you want a verbal thank you twice a month during the exclusive stuff that you already get for being a patron, that's a good tier for you. Next, we jump into my favorite tier. It's the Critical Success tier, and that is where we thank you every single week in these episodes on our main feed. We thank you for being a supporter. And before I thank them, we also have another new tier. It's called Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes is $15 or more a month. There are only 5 slots available. There's only 2 slots left for Critical Success, by the way. So if you have wanted to be a part of that, I really recommend jumping on that because we're probably not going to extend that. So if you want it, now's a good time. But also there's Snake Eyes, and Snake Eyes is an extra $5 over Critical Success. And that is kind of like our combination $7 and $10 tier, where we'll thank you during Patreon and we'll also thank you every single week in our episodes. So it's a really good time. And of course, all content is cumulative, so the higher you go, you're still getting all those lower tier things. But let's thank our Critical Success patrons. Here they are. Are you ready? Alexander Getty, Joseph Stowell, Brett Abraham, Ace of the Lukewarm Yeti, Niji Dragon, Smarties, Emily Kirchner, and Kit. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show and being our Critical Success patrons. We love you so much. Thank you. Hey, we run personal messages and advertisements during this section. We don't have any this week, but if you're interested, please hit us up on Discord or send us an email to tincast13@gmail.com. $25 personal messages, $50 ads. If you have any questions, please hit us up. Even if you're not really sure if you want to run one, you just want more information, we'd be happy to answer any questions you may have. And we love it. We love personal messages. They're great. So thank you if you do that. So yeah, let's we'll get back into the madness in just a sec, but thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for tuning into season 2. I'm thrilled about it, truly. It's just gonna be such a good time, and I hope you are as excited for the ride as we are. Anyway, let's get back into it. Our next episode, Wishmaker Part 2, is gonna come out May 20th. So stay strong, wait until then, we'll see you in a week. Bye! Fuck. Didn't stop. Cornelius! How does your morning start?
Oh, you know, waking up late on the wrong side of the bed, forgetting to water the mint plant on the windowsill. The neighbors are always too cheery. Kind of, you know, they've brought over muffins for the 3rd time this week. It's getting to be a bit of a muffin apocalypse in the kitchen. They're very good. There's too many of them.
Muffopolis.
I thought you were gonna be like, they brought over muffins for the corn stalks in my mint plant.
Are they corn muffins?
Ooh.
Of course they are.
Can they be corn and mint muffins?
No.
Cornelius, as you wake up, stretch, your back is killing you. You head out, step on the muffin that's been placed on your doorstep again.
Just a one muffin.
Yeah. And you see your neighbor, the Baker family. Mr. Baker waves and says, "Howdy, neighbor. Good morning."
That's what Cornelius says, and then he goes back inside.
That's what he says. Good morning, neighbor. I see you've left muffins again.
The missus baked them fresh for you. She got up early just to make sure you could have some for your day. Oh, I see you stepped in them. Not to worry, we can get you a fresh one if you want.
No, I think that's perfectly fine. I've got some in from the other day still.
Wonderful. Hey, it's starting to get warm out, middle of March. Just wondering if you were gonna be planting stuff this year.
Yeah, of course. I've got the seeds starting inside right now. Nothing too crazy this year, though.
Oh, that's wonderful. We already have 17 acres worth of crops growing, as I'm sure you've seen.
I sure have.
Oh, that's great. Hey, have a beautiful day at the amusement park.
You too.
And Cornelius, you hop in your car and drive over to the amusement park. Now, for opening procedures, actually, let's set the scene of Cornutopia.
Yeah. It looks great. It's fantastic. It doesn't look great. It's got hand-painted corn fence along the outside. Looks kind of beat up from the outside. It's not much better on the inside. Kind of old-fashioned. Wood coaster, wood standees with paintings on the front that you can stick your face through. Mm-hmm. You know, old-fashioned kind of amusement park.
Yeah.
Farm-based.
And the way in is also kind of interesting because it's almost like a tunnel of love type of situation that takes you into the main park.
Oh, you almost let me just forget the beautiful sign that's out front. That's hand done and definitely not a sign hand painted and hung over another sign.
What does it say?
It says Cornutopia, but it's painted on like its own wooden plywood hung over the front half of the sign.
I like Cornutopia, even though there was a much better Cornucopia.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, the locals are still a little salty about when that went bankrupt.
Yeah.
And I imagine that you have a few staff members who are very patiently waiting for you to get there so they can open the park, get some of the rides operational for the day. Probably a couple kids, I imagine, some younger people just looking for work.
Yeah.
What is Cornelius's last name?
Miller.
As you pull up, one of the kids says, "Good morning, Mr. Miller."
Oh, good morning, James.
How are you today?
You know, the usual.
Lots of muffins?
Yeah.
Well, let's get this train started, shall we?
He opens the door.
I imagine you hop on the boat first. Or
God, you actually have to go through an actual tunnel of love to get to the park.
Yeah, the main park is through a really dark tunnel.
Oh my God.
So you guys all hop on your boats, head into the main park where you unlock it. Where does Cornelius spend the day as the manager and owner?
Well, I mean, sometimes he'll walk around the park, but there is also a management office kind of near the front of the park. It's you get your tickets, but then the back half of this building that you get your tickets in is also an office and manager room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you're hanging out in there as you usually spend your mornings. You can hear the register up front slowly getting busier as more people arrive. I mean, I don't know if Cornutopia is ever busy, but
No, absolutely not.
It's a living.
How many patrons would you say you get in the first hour?
Not enough.
Okay, that's fair.
Not nearly enough.
That's fair.
And as you're hanging out, your little pocket radio clicks on and you hear, "Good morning, Cornelius. Do you copy?"
Is this the same guy as the radio announcer from?
No.
Okay.
Howdy, Stolias.
Oh, what is this person's name?
Is it Teo? I think it's Teo.
All right. Good morning,
Betrayal.
Teo.
Betrayal.
What can I help you with on this glorious morning?
Well, I'm just, here to give you your morning report, as you always ask for.
Do I? What's the morning report? Tell me.
Well, cable car number 4 is down and is currently in repair. We got Manuel. He's busy working away at that. Oh, hang on a second. It looks like someone just sort of hopped onto a boat and they're currently heading into the park without paying.
I'll meet them at the entrance.
Perfect. Thank you. Have a good day. I'll talk to you for your hourly report later.
I can't wait.
I literally can't stop.
I thought you were just gonna be like, I can't.
I can't stop thinking about Betrayal.
Betrayal is Teo Betrayal. That's his name.
Well, one day Teo is going to like betray you, and you're gonna be like, I can't believe I've been betrayed.
Cornelius, as you angrily like shove all your paperwork aside and stand up and make your way outside, you do see the man you quickly assume to be the perpetrator of this. He's a gangly gentleman with this sort of wavy black hair, and he's clutching like this pile of papers. And he gets off and says, "My goodness, I don't get out enough to see this. Beautiful, beautiful, isn't it?"
No. I don't know why you... The day is beautiful, the park is not as beautiful as the day.
Oh, I disagree. I used to come to Cornucopia all the time back when it was operational. This is my first time coming to see the park, though.
It's still operational.
Are you the owner?
Yes.
Cornelius, right?
Yes.
He, clutching his papers around his chest with one hand, he holds out his hand and his other hand and says, Adam Weathersfield, how are you?
Nice to meet you. He doesn't shake his hand. Can I help you, sir?
Yeah, I was actually kind of looking for a place to hang out for a few hours.
You can hang out here, but I would have to ask that you pay the admission fee.
Oh, do I need to do that to hang out in your office?
In my office?
Yeah, I just need a place to hang out for a few hours.
That's an extra $3.
Read some of these papers. Nothing major, I'm sure.
It's kind of a personal management office. I don't think I could let you in there. I may be the owner, but I don't think I'm allowed to let you in there. There are so many places you could have chosen to hang out, so why did you come to my amusement park to hang out in my office? Who are you?
I don't understand.
Adam Weathersfield. I thought I introduced myself. My apologies.
You did. Why are you here? What do you want? Get out.
A place to hang out for a few hours.
Sir, there are so many places that you could do that aren't in my amusement park.
Like a local bar stocks.
Like, for example, a donut pastry shop.
Yes. Or
a hotel.
No, I'm steering clear of donut pastry shops today. Weird people out on the street. So you're not interested in letting me hang out in your office for a few hours?
Not particularly, no.
I wish you would let me in there.
This fucking asshole.
And Cornelius, you suddenly find yourself heading back into your office, opening the door and warmly extending your hand to let him sit down. He says, Thank you. This is wonderful. I promise I won't bother you or any of your park shenanigans. Unless you want to. You know, I would love a tour later. I'm not sure if that's on the table, but I'm sure it could be.
Oh, I wish you'd give me a tour.
Wow, it's so interesting that you've asked, because we've just opened tours.
Oh, that's delightful. Maybe later, though. I do have a lot of paperwork to go through.
Oh, me too. I sit down and start doing my paperwork.
For a little while, a few hours, actually, the two of you are, just sort of chilling, hanging out. Maybe a few times he's like, now this is interesting. Are you familiar with the cult that operated here about 100 years ago?
Maybe. Why?
Just curious. I'm sort of a history buff.
Not too familiar. No, why? Tell me about it.
The Late Dawn Order. They were an organization back in the late 20s. They would just sort of abduct people. The leader was like this crazy woman who was obsessed with sheep and sheep-based analogies. And their organization actually burned down at the end of 1926. It's just really fascinating stuff. I'm going through some plans. There's documents about stuff that was recovered at the burn site. It's really, really cool.
Interesting.
And eventually, you hear a buzz from his cell phone. He says, "Hold on a minute, hang on, I gotta take this."
Take your time.
Can that be a cell phone ring? Beth going, bah.
Bah, bah, bah. He picks it up and says, "Hello."
I hate him.
Oh, well, I'm glad you called me. I'm sorry to hear that things didn't go as planned. You're at the police station, you say? And you watch as he leans back, sort of cracks his knuckles and says, "Would you please put me on with the police officer I'm sure is standing next to you?" And he says, "Hi there, sir. How are you today?" Now you're gonna pass the phone. Getting ahead of myself. I wish that once I'm done with this, you would pass the phone around to every member of the police station. I wish you would take your gun out and point it at the nearest person. Please pass the phone along.
What if the nearest person is the kid he's watching?
It might be. This continues for a few minutes as he recites this spiel about 8 or 9 times. Then he hangs up the phone and says, "Oh my god. Oh, this is turning into a day, isn't it, Cornelius? This is good."
Sure is, boss.
Do you drive?
Yes.
Perfect. I'm gonna need you to drive me down to the police station.
Okay, give me 1 second. And he picks up his radio and
He didn't even wish for that. You're just gonna do it.
I want him to get out of the park. I want him gone. Smith just invited himself into my personal office at my amusement park.
But he didn't even wish. You were just like,
Listen, I'll bring him. I just want him gone.
Oh my god.
He's gotta go.
This man has
Just
to
listen
leave.
to this man tell a police officer to point a gun at someone. If he wants me to bring him to the police station, I will.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna pick my radio up and tell Teo to keep an eye on the park for me.
Is everything okay?
Maybe we'll find out.
Do
I'll
not
keep you updated.
Betrayo me.
Do you want me to contact security?
No, I'll take care of it. It's fine. Just keep an eye on the park for me.
Yeah, you betcha. And you escort Adam over to your car as you start to drive to the police station.
Hey, Max.
Yeah.
I still don't have water.
Wait, I'm
You
sorry.
want water?
No, it's fine.
I'm sorry. Is that a double chocolate chip or a Java chip?
Java chip.
I told you not to caffeinate him.
It's fine.
I did it.
Let me get Will some water real quick.
It's fine.
No, it's not.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Guys,
Who's recording
That
it?
green thing is still on the floor.
That's gonna be our audio test from now on. Max is gonna leave that on the floor, and we're gonna be like, "Hey, Max, you still have that green thing on the floor."
Max, that green thing. It's still there on the floor.
Beth, what the fuck?
Beth, now it's on the floor over there.
Now Will is the only one who can see it.